Hi, this is Jacob Nash with JNGL. Today, we will be looking at Unit 1, Lesson 3A. So, 3A, that means there's going to be a 3B. I don't know if there will be a 3C, but we'll just have to see, because I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, and so, now I'm trying to do it on my phone, and with this recorder, I can record any amount of time. So there won't be much more part 2s or part 1s or anything. Alright, so it's not very easy to use this notepad app that I have. So I might end up changing this, but right now it's just we have the vocab up there and then the title right there. So the first thing is an angle is two rays that have the same endpoint. So that's like this. It's two rays and they have the same endpoint. Simple enough. And the point that connects the two rays is called the vertex. V-E-R-T-E-X. Vertex. And then, let's see. When you're naming an angle, let's say we had an angle like this right here. This is point D. And this is E. This is F. Sorry, there's something in my throat. And then there might be a 1 in there. I'll explain what that is. But you can name it with the angle symbol. You have to put the angle symbol there. That's what that is. Because you might just think that you're talking about a point. You can use it by using one of the letters. So angle A, well, sorry, that's not even a letter that's on there. Angle D, or you can say angle 1, because that's what that 1 means, the angle number. And then something else you could do, I'm going to redraw it here for a second. So D, E, F. You could also name it angle with all 3 letters, but the only thing is that the vertex letter has to be in the middle of the 3 letters. So you could say angle EDF. You could say FDE, but you couldn't say DEF because D has to be in the middle because it's the vertex in this case. So that's what that is. And then there's certain kinds of angles, and there is acute. So first let's talk about acute. It's ones that have measures that are they're more than 0 but less than 90 degrees. So you can use a protractor to measure it, and let's just say this one is 40 degrees. That could be what it is. So that's all you need to know. It's the one that kind of looks more enclosed, and it's one that looks more enclosed. So yeah. Anyways, let me see here. I'm gonna try to turn off the notifications so that doesn't bother. Okay. Then you have right angles. Right. I mentioned this on a different video, and they are the ones that measure, they have to measure 90 degrees. And if you see an angle that's like this, you don't necessarily know that that's a right angle. You know by this square right here, that shows that it's 90 degrees. Good. So then, you have obtuse. Obtuse is an angle that's like this, and its measure is, okay, let's see, it's more than 90 but less than 180. And this one could be something like 135 degrees. That's good. Alright, then the last kind, because I said that there was 4. There's actually other ones like adjacent and complementary, but that's on the next video, I think. And then you have one that's just like this. It's just straight, and that's actually what it's called. Straight angle. I'm just going to abbreviate. You know how to spell that. And its measure has to equal 180 degrees. Not 181. Can't be like that. It can't be 179, because that's still obtuse one. And it just has to be exactly what that is. Alright, the 2 more terms that we have here are congruent and... Okay, so congruent angles. That is angles that have the same measure. So if you had 2 angles like this, they have the same measure. Let's say they were both 30 degrees. Good. Well, that's obviously not what that would be, but that's what congruent angles. And then angle bisector. Sorry about that. That's not what that's supposed to be. No. What was it supposed to be? A ray that divides an angle into congruent angles. No, it's not rat. No rats will divide it. Okay, and then so what that would look like is this. If you've ever seen that, it has 2 angles. And one of them is going to be obtuse and one of them is acute. But this one right there, that's what the angle bisector is. It's what divides them. So that's pretty simple. And right now we'll have a little bit of practice. So why don't you just... Alright, here's the first thing that I'll tell you to do. Let's see. This is point A, B, C. Name the angle on number 1. And then number 2, what kind of angle is that? Number 3, let's see. Which point is on the angle bisector? Alright. So if you don't remember anything what I just said, you can rewind the video or you can just watch me go over it. So I'm going to now. Pause it if you'd like. Alright, number 1. So we're naming the angle. You could say angle A, just that, or angle B, angle C. And then if there's a number in here, angle 2. The reason why you would sometimes want to do 3 letters is because if you have one like down here at number 3, if you just said angle I for this one, if you just said angle I, you would think that you're only talking about that, but that you wouldn't really know what you're talking about. So for this case, I'm just going to say angle and then 3 letters. So you could say BAC, because A has to be in the middle because it's the vertex. You could say CAB also. That's the only 2 options. Number 2 is, what kind is that? So that's obtuse, because even though you don't see, what the, that's very messy. Obtuse. Even though you don't see, what measure it is, I could have put that there. I could have put that it was 121 degrees, but you just will know because it looks, you can tell that it looks like that it's pointing away and it's not straight and it's not bent that way. And that's what that is. Alright, let me just get rid of that for now. Alright, number 3. Which point is on the angle bisector? I, J, or K? The answer is K. The angle bisector is the thing that divides the angles, which, let's say there was another point here, M. It separates angles IMK, and angles JMK. Remember, M is the vertex right here. That's why it's in the middle. And K is the thing. K isn't the thing that splits it. The angle bisector is the thing that splits it. But the question was, what splits it? So that is it for now. Thank you for watching. And number 3B, or lesson 3B, should be here soon. Thank you. Hopefully you like this app better. I did.